y'all. Oh wait, let me share it out. Welcome to the Real MVP. I call it like the Real MVP Squad podcast, but if y'all have any other names, and
Child, I
let me
need
know.
to be I need to get my avatar up because child, I look a mess right now.
I need to make my mic better.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. The last time
We
we
should have
did
called it.
this, I was
Yeah,
like,
when
I
was
was like,
it?
oh,
This
yeah.
light
Listen,
is washing me out too. I look like Casper. That's crazy. No, I'm sending myself an avatar one sec.
She's changed it to an avatar because she
yeah,
thinks she looks
because
crazy.
it allows you to choose it. So the last time we were on the live, I was like, bet. I was like, it tells me to edit my avatar, and then when I did it, I was like, oh, bet. Yeah, because when you're looking crazy, listen, I get it, totally get it.
She's not even looking crazy. I threw on a wig, honestly,
And this
I
phone?
can't with you. She's like, I
Okay,
just threw on the
thanks.
wig and I'm good.
for real. And I got right here. We good to go.
All
I ain't
right,
going nowhere.
and then it's all good. It
Mm-mm.
is all good.
It
There we
has
It's
been a
go.
all.
week, Jose. It has
Uh,
been one of a. You back? Okay, there we go. We see you.
oh, look at
Hey,
that!
She
Look at
says
that!
I told you to be a lot better.
she's from. Well, she's not from Rochester, but she's been to. She's lived in Rochester, like us.
Oh, nice,
And I
nice. So
said
you
never
you
again.
understand the craziness then?
Absolutely, absolutely not. I stay my ass away.
I don't blame you. I don't blame
For
you. It's
real.
bad enough where I'm like, I still have family out there, so my parents are out there, so it's like, yeah, I'll come visit when it's warm and convenient.
There were way too many fights, even at my complex. It was so ridiculous.
I was always a fight somewhere, always, and
All right.
people want to fight me. Always.
No, they wanted to fight me too, and I don't blame them. I look in the mirror every day, and I'm just like, damn, I'm about to make a person mad. I'm kidding. No, it's just
Mm,
like you go outside and somebody's already mad at you, and it's just not even about regular shit. It's about what people tell them. It's like everybody goes off of what other people tell them. It's crazy.
all the time, all the time, and it's unfortunate because that's where that he said, she said stuff goes through, and then you think like being grown as adults, you're just like, really, like this is what we succumb to, like this is some petty middle school, high school bullshit. So it's like, nah, nah, nah. I ain't, I ain't dealing with that. I ain't dealing with that.
Exactly.
Nah. Mm.
And
Then I
what
mean,
some
there's
people have did
there's
to
really not
me is
much to
crazy.
do. It's just not worth it. You're so isolated out there. It's unbelievable, unfreaking
Right.
believable. And to me, it's just make it make sense. And I
I
will
think there's
always
like
tell
a lot of
people, and
crime where
it's
you are too. Ain't it a lot of crime
well,
in
no,
Duval? In Duval?
but it's not. No, let me tell you something. It's not as bad as Rochester. I mean, when
Okay.
you when you get top three, in the nation year round, it's just there's a problem. There's a problem.
Yeah.
At least out here, yeah, there's I mean, anywhere you go, there's gonna be problems. You hear it all in New York City, you hear it on in LA, Texas, like you hear it all everywhere. But when you kind of have a reputation and people, as soon as you're like, oh, you're from Rochester, like, ooh, like Rochester, like, and I'm like, oh damn, that's all you guys know us
Ciao.
about. And that's,
I
mm-hmm.
have a apparently I have a reputation and a track record. So I stick not even a regular record, a track record.
Mm-mm.
I don't hang around. I just
That's
don't hang around 140 anymore. 140 was the place.
oh yeah. Do they even still have 140 out there?
Yep.
I know it's well,
Mm.
yeah, it's like a new name. They call it karma. I say yeah because they go they always have something going on there. Somebody dying, somebody getting beat up.
hmm
Yeah, the owner was smart. Let's change it to karma because everything that happens in here, it just make it make sense.
I
Yeah,
never
yeah,
got
that
beat up.
girl.
Listen, they ain't gonna beat
I
me
did
up.
one time once. Well, y'all know. Well, Jose know who, and you do too, actually. But
They can beat a
I
lot of people up, but they ain't beat
I would
me
just
up, chill.
I would call it
Yes,
like a sucker punch. That's what I would call it. And you know
That's
that when you're like 300 pounds
it's not worth it.
bigger than the person.
Mm-mm. And people are just so petty. It's just the way things go over there. It's just the pettiness is just unbelievable. And to me, I'm like, nah. And
I'm
don't
not
get me
ready to.
wrong, that could be anywhere you go, but at least over there, it's like people you just don't know who to really like have by your side. Everything has to be real isolated. You have to like know who you can truly have in like your little small group of circles. But there's really no growth over there. Like you really have to kind of just. And it's
Mhm.
sad for me to say that because you see these people who come up and do big things, even from their small town. And you think of places like Rochester, and you're like, really, out of all places, like this should be a place that should be popping. Like there's a lot of so many like talented, artistic people, and it's just all the wrong way, all the
There's
wrong
that
way. I'm
one.
like,
There's that one woman from 90 Day Fiance that lives there. She goes to Lux.
Oh, what's her name?
really?
Mm, okay, 90 Day Fiance Lux. One sec.
I do
They
know
just
like
opened
there's a
up a
bunch of
new.
catfish episodes.
Listen, they're
She's the
starting to
one with the
open up a bunch of
locks.
new. They're opening up
Ashley.
a. Oh, I gotta look her up. They're opening up a bunch of new lounges out here. So like they had Deca Lounge that just opened up in downtown Jacks, and they had DJ oh, I
I'm
forgot
going.
his name. They're literally like they now have like world renowned DJs that come down here. They just opened up in Jack's Beach this place called Serenity Lounge. Same thing. So there, it's a lot of this stuff are up and coming now, which I get it. Like that's what you're supposed to do when you feel like your place, especially like Duval. Don't get me wrong, Duval is like the largest like by land mass in the state of Florida, but still like when you kind of have a also have like a hidden reputation, like kind of like Rochester. The only difference is Rochester's on the format. You know, they want to make sure their name is out there. They're like, how do we kind of clean the situation up and make it better? And what they're doing is trying to buy out any like places that are abandoned or places that are like not what is it, good reputations, and make it better. And that's what they're doing. So now you come out here and construction everywhere. They're trying to build up on things, and you're like, okay, great, this is what you want to do. But they're smart too. They get the community involved, and they're like, listen, we want to not only make it better as just trying to like build up everything, but we want to make it better for you guys. So there's opportunities for people to like, hey, let's get you to be a homeowner, right? Or let's just make sure that you can afford these nice luxury places that we're not upgrading everything to and making everything sure. So, but in Rochester, you don't hear that. You don't hear that. Listen, I think
Mm,
I want to say last year I was curious to see like how like these apartments and everything like that were in Rochester, because before I left, they were building some stuff in downtown around East, and I'm like, well, let me just check it out and see how everything has how they have everything laid out. And I'm like, damn. I was like, first of all, the cost of living, it mind boggled me, because when I growing up there, you think like, okay, cost of living is dirt cheap, so you can find yourself. I remember back in 2012 when I moved back to Rochester, and I was like, all right, bet I had a one bedroom in a nice little place in Greece, and it was literally six hundred and
I'm
thirty
not in
five dollars
Greece.
here. But yeah, and literally
Wow, my rent
six
was
hundred and
high
thirty.
as hell.
You're
Listen,
away
six
from
hundred.
everything.
Listen, $635 with heat and hot water included. Now I look at the place and I'm like, oh, they're trying to charge like $1,300 because you're by the
Exactly.
water, and I'm like, what water? It's not
Exactly. You
even
never
ocean.
see it. You never
Yeah,
see it.
that part. I'm like, it's not even ocean. Like I can understand like that. Like if I get water views, but you guys are not even like I still have to drive to the water. It's not even walkable. So I'm just
Hmm.
like,
At least you
make
got
it make
water.
sense.
Listen.
Uh, and
At
then you
least
look
you
at
have.
the places. Listen, you look at the places in downtown Rochester, and you're like, okay, they've come up, they've upgraded a bunch of things, and then I look at it and I'm like, hold on, you're telling me you're trying to charge me $2,300 for this place where I live at currently, and a whole different place. I have gym, pool, I have valet trash, I have everything going on for it, and I pay less than 2 grand for a three
Okay.
bedroom.
That's
I used
crazy.
to live in Cornhill Landing. Cornhill Landing went up to like $1,700.
Oh, I know.
Mm.
I've always like wanted to live there. That would be like one place I would live. If I was living
And
in
I
the city.
probably could make it over there. I probably could. I'd make enough money to do. Well, because I have like, what, 17, 11 jobs, child. But it's not here nor
Hmm.
there.
You
But
really
even
do.
that, like, it's like they raise everything and they want to fix everything, but also allow it to match people's pay. Like you can't just. I worked for the U of R for a couple of years, and I'm like, you guys are tripping. You guys want, unless you're not even a nurse, unless you're a provider of some sort, you're not making bank, because even the nurses make shit. I remember one girl who I work with, and I was traveling, and she was just this bitch was so two faced. I was just like, you have Karen written all over you. And she was happy because she was like transitioning from being a medical assistant to a nurse. And she's like, I just passed my boards and I just got a job offer. And look, this is what you look forward to. I'm gonna be making $25 an hour. And I'm like, honey, I make $10 more than what you were offered. And I don't have to worry about stress. I don't have to worry about being overworked. I don't even have to worry about having people to look over me because that whole office politics. You, on the other hand, I was just like, if you're happy about $25 an hour, I'm like, I don't know where you've been living under all these years, but apparently you're doing it all wrong. So kudos to you.
Right.
Kudos to you.
Fair.
And don't get me wrong, still good money to make. I will never mock anybody for making their coins, but there's a way to go about it. Like, you were a complete bitch. Nah, I don't think so. I'm gonna give you Aquarius energy at this moment and make you feel a little, just a little. So, no, no.
Annabelle said her mortgage is 549.
Oh my God.
Not
You
ours.
got a house in the smart times. I could never.
Mm-mm.
Well, she lives in, I think, like, where you live at, Annabelle, Iowa, or one of those mid north places, Midwest, mid
Oh
north.
yeah.
What do you call it? I've
Listen,
been over there.
I get things from Rochester all the time saying you could buy this 3 bedroom, 2 bath home for like 60 grand, and I'm like, okay, where? And I'm like Avenue A. I'm like, wasn't that the same house like 3 years ago that they were trying to sell for 15 grand, and now you're trying to
Exactly.
upcharge me? Like, nah, I don't think so. I don't think so.
This
But
2 bedroom, 2-story loft in Cornell Landing in Rochester used to cost $1,700. That cost 2,191
oh yeah.
monthly.
Really? Where that's at?
Yes. That's near the city. That's in Cornell Landing.
Oh wow. She says she's in Quad City,
Okay.
Iowa. Annabelle said that.
Yeah, that's where she
Oh,
at.
Hmm.
My uncle
But
passed
see,
away in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. If you guys have ever been there or heard of that place.
mm-mm. Listen, the
mm-mm.
smart thing to do is invest. What you have to do is
Yeah.
this. Rochester, if you really look at it, see, I'm all about business mindset. So Rochester, per capita in the United States, is the best real estate investment city to get in. So what do you end up doing? You buy these abandoned buildings that are still livable. If you get a chance from the city or whatnot, or if you have at least $10,000 saved up and get the ball rolling, man, start making some income. Because if you really think about it, a lot of the homeowners that rent out no longer live in the city. They live out of state. A lot of them live out here. And a lot of these places, these homeowners that are selling their portfolios because they know they bought it at a time that was dirt cheap. So what they paid 10 grand for, they now can pay 60 grand for. Sell for 60 grand, and they got money in their pocket. They weren't stupid. I was like, hell
Exactly.
yeah. And that's how you do it. You listen. You look for a state that you know real estate is dirt cheap, and you know you can at least make some coin off of it. You do it. And if you can get a small loan, what you want to do in that situation is you pay off that loan as quick as possible and use the money that you're making off from the rental, save it up for another year or two, and then buy a home cash, and then continue to just flip it that way. Make that passive income. You're good. You're golden. You're golden. You can just sit back and make sure you have a nice little saving with $10,000, $20,000, and then in the event one of your properties decide to, pipe burst or whatever needs to get replaced. But
Oh
other than that,
no.
because you always want to plan for worst case scenario, they say. But I'm like, listen, I'm gonna have a nice little nest egg here, and then now I have something to fall back. So in the event I want to tell corporate America, peace out, and live off of the passive income, I could do that faithfully. Wake up every day not having to worry about, do I have to clock in, all of that. So
I
get
want
it.
that to be me one day. It's
Fair.
annoying, like clocking in on somebody else's time.
Yeah, no,
Sorry
no,
for how my
it's
voice. Sorry for how my voice sounds. I've had bronchitis for like 3 days.
Oh
all
my
right, good, honey.
God. Oh, and she got okay. Oh, about your promotion. Are you gonna be on the
Exactly.
phone still
That's what
with us?
they're. Well, I would be on the calls with the new employees, so I wouldn't be on calls so much. But
Oh,
it's just a training to do that, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully I take that one woman's position. I'm kidding. No, it's like
my supervisor.
absolutely. It would
Girl,
be a
I
full
would
circle
never.
moment.
I'll
Yeah.
nominate you.
It would
Hmm.
be a full circle moment. She was spending the entire time that she was working there trying to bully me. I was like, why?
That's crazy.
And
You
apparently, I don't
you
know if you like me or
they.
not, but
Mm-mm. But you know what it is though, when they get that title, supervisor and manager, some people get it to their heads or feel like they're threatened by people, like, oh, this person can potentially take my job.
mm,
Listen, boo boo, you in that position for a reason. On the contrary, let me hype up my team so when I have a growth opportunity for myself, I can choose somebody on my team who can grow and take my current position because I want everybody to grow. It's as
Yeah.
simple as that. You don't want to limit somebody, like make it make sense. Make it make sense.
Apparently,
But Mm.
It wasn't only about the letter that I sent though. Because we weren't the first people. It was like a good four reasons. So it was two people that had complaints. Well, three, because the first one got fired. Two people
Yeah.
that had complaints, and then there was metrics. So there wasn't a
Mhm.
lot of turnout from what they were doing. So shout out to her. Not shout out to her. I don't know what to say.
She
Shorty,
didn't
keep it
shout
wet.
us out ever in the group. She
Listen,
was like, shout out to everybody else. And
listen.
I'm
She
like,
used to do the same thing. So what's the difference?
Yeah.
people should
They,
just do what we do as customer service. Oh, well, Jose's a trainer too, right?
hmm and I'm a
Yeah.
clinical trainer for Blue Cross Blue Shield, so I know how it
I
goes.
used
Like
to work for
sometimes you
United
have to be
Healthcare. That's amazing.
really.
Oh, me
I
too.
used
You
to
Yeah.
work
work for
at
See.
United Healthcare as an underwriter. I was an underwriter.
I worked for them too
Oh,
2 years ago.
yeah.
Why didn't we know each other?
Child.
Yeah.
Girl, I was
It's
in
a
customer service.
ah, it becomes one of those things that when you're in a management position, like right now, when I have to go to offices and like I deal with these managers, I had a manager in Ocala when like she got fired last week, but the week before I was there with my team, and then she was like brand new, and she came and she told her staff member, "What time did the training team come through?" Because watch, I think we came in like at 10 o'clock. And she's like, watch, they came in at 11 and then watched them take lunch at 12 and leave at 5. So I walked up in there. As soon as I found out, I walked in her office. I was like, do you have something to say? Because we got here at 10 o'clock and you were in your office for an hour and a half. She goes, I was just like, we can bring your boss on the line. Because the last time I checked, I'm above you and your boss. So I was just like, if you have something to say to me and my team, please say it to our face and not to your staff who's going to
Mm,
protect themselves and protect the people who are trying to protect them. Because at this
everybody's
moment,
gonna
you're in
snitch.
a girl. I was just like, nah, you don't do that. I was just like, you don't have to worry about me. You don't have to worry about what we do. Unfortunately and fortunately, you have two options. The fortunate thing is your team is going to benefit from the training we're going to receive. Unfortunately, you have been non present for none of the training. And when
Mm,
I have to do my executive summary, that goes in there. So guess what? Who's going to look bad at the end of the day? So she
She
sure
is.
did. Oh no, she did because her boss called me that afternoon, and she knew she's like, "Hey Jose, are you okay?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah,
mm,
I'm good." And she's like, "Oh no," she's like, "Whenever you tell me you good, it's just something's up." And I'm like, "I'm gonna lay it out for you." And as soon as I laid it out to her, she's like, "First of all, who is she trying to clock you guys for?" I was like, "We had a meeting from 9 to 10," and she's like, "I know, I was in that meeting." I was like, "Yeah, maybe you should remind her that when you have her huddles with them from 8 to 9, you always meet with us from 9 to 10." I'm like, because right now she's the one requesting help, but I'm like, for somebody who has all this clinical background, she's doing very minimal for
mm,
getting paid for what she gets to and doing nothing for her team. So I'm like, if that office folds, it's honestly ultimately gonna be because of her, but you're the one who's
mm.
gonna end up getting the shit under the stick.
And
So
that's the
she's like,
thing.
oh no. So I left that Wednesday and I heard Monday that she was fired on Friday. So I was like, great, great.
That's
Great
crazy.
was
I saw
crazy.
you like Thursday with eyebrows.
I was like, no. I was like, absolutely not. And one of the managers called me because I went to, they opened up like 3 new offices out here in Jacksonville and I was in Windy Hill. And she's like, did you hear what happened to Luz? I was like, yeah. I was just like, I was present there, was present there. And she just, she reaped what she showed. So it was, so
Mm,
I'm like, you guys don't have nothing to worry about. You guys are good. So I was like, nah.
Yeah.
I was like, this is great. This is great. This is great. Guys, give me 1 second. Give me one
mm.
moment.
Oh, you're good. So you work today and you have that meeting tomorrow or training.
Well, yeah, I have that from 9 to 12 because 3 hours, right?
Yeah, 3.5. I was in there 3.5, but I need the time because I was out Friday.
I know that's right. Child, I'm excited to go to California on the 14th. I'm well, not excited, but I'm halfway there because I'm
Yeah,
just gonna be all business even when I'm there, even though it's California, but still.
right.
Ooh, Cali.
I'm
What part of
excited
Cali are
because
you
I've
going
never
to?
been there.
I'm going to Burbank, and then I'm
Ooh,
gonna be around Los Angeles and Beverly Hills a lot that time.
ooh,
Ooh, you should
ooh.
vlog.
Rodeo Drive. You have to take them pictures, girl. Do me a favor and go to
Yeah.
Hermes and just pose.
Listen, I'm See, it's funny that you mentioned that because last time, okay, that is back years ago. I I wasn't like a working girl, but I was like hanging out with a lot of people. I was going to clubs. I was all of that. And the scene around the nightlife around California. There's even nightlife around Beverly Hills. I never knew that until I was, what, 20? And I've been there so many times before that. So the nightlife is crazy. It's worse than New
I
York.
bet it is.
Way
I
Oh, I
bet
worse
it
than New
believe
is.
it.
York.
Is it worse
I
than Las
believe it.
Vegas?
They
Well, think
call it
about it. You,
California sober.
I truly do
Hmm.
believe it. Uh-uh.
No.
That is
Las
crazy.
Vegas is crazy too. Those people in Las Vegas do not sleep, honey. I was like, oh my God. Y'all
That's why
still
they resonated with what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas kind of ordeal
Oh
because
my
people be
God.
there's some crazy stuff. I'm gonna be like, nope.
Exactly. Don't have a bachelor party in Vegas, child. You gonna be coming back with a baby.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
That's why
Absolutely. And
before when I was asked to be on the podcast, I was like, how crazy can I be? Because Lord knows my whole audience knows how insane I act on how, because I'm out of pocket. I didn't realize this until recently, but I'm very problematic apparently. So we're reformed. We're very reformed. We're healed. Not really though, but still gonna say it. And it's just a nice
I
thing.
love you for
Listen,
that.
it's a nice thing to say.
Yeah.
Not real.
I love that. Listen, this is a safe space, so you are more than welcome to say whatever you want to say freely.
Oh, trust me, you don't want me to do that. So this is
Don't hold back.
It's
Well,
all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's
listen,
all good.
Queen needs to see my you've seen my TikTok. You know.
yes, I have. I don't think Jose has. Oh yeah, she's on TikTok. Jose.
I'm gonna have to definitely pick you up. You already
She's a
know.
little bit
You
around on
already know.
TikTok. She's known on Twitter too. Twitter is the place where you just talk mess. You don't even have random you don't do anything sentimental, you just talk mess on there.
I thought
Oh,
that
I
was just
believe it.
celebrity. TikTok,
I
Twitter. I
believe
don't
it.
even. Twitter's so boring to me.
See,
I'm like, girl, what are we doing?
I used to like minded people because I used to run well, I still run a stand page on Twitter. It's for Nicki Minaj because the
Mhm.
Barb's the Barb's are crazy. They've evolved over time, of course, amazingly because before they were like toxic. I remember one time. You remember Sky Jack? Well, of course. Do you guys know Sky Jackson? You know what I'm talking about when I say Sky Jackson?
The actress Sky
I don't.
Jackson.
Yeah.
Yes, I know exactly
Oh,
what you talk about.
So Nate Clips and a whole bunch of us were in a group chat with her. She would just be talking hella mess, and mind you, it isn't like I'm telling you any of. It's not like I'm telling anything wild. Nate Clips already kind of exposed it, but she would be talking hella mess about people. I loved it. It was amazing. It was a moment in time, and I remember. The reason it got crazy, the reason it really started falling off was because she went off on somebody, started calling somebody broke, and I was like, "Oh, I know this is going." I remember seeing the notifications just popping up and popping up, popping up. I was in college at that time. I was in class, so when I saw the messages and I read through the ones that were at least there, it was just like her going off for like something that would just be a regular situation, but in like a place like Rochester, a little situation could be a big situation. And I was like, "Is Are you sure this girl ain't from Rochester?" So that was my
right.
take. But yeah, it was a whole blow up. She called somebody broke. It went left, and then we still all hung out. It wasn't like anything to stop being friends about, but it really did show me that okay, they're all regular people. I get it. I understand. We're all regular people, but damn, you just
That's
roasting the
that's
reading this week,
that's
roasting the reader.
that's yeah. That's taking privilege way over to the head. Because she's been known. She's been on. She's literally been on the radar for quite some time for things that have come out her mouth, big time.
Okay, I'm not. Here's a little behind the scenes. So remember, I'm not sure if you guys know Bad Baby.
Oh yeah. Catch me
Miss
outside.
Catch Me
Oh,
Outside?
forgot
Yeah.
I was so behind.
So the tea is with her back in it was like 2019, I think. It ended up exploding because Sky had like a page called Senentiles on Instagram, and on Senentiles she was just talking cash money mess. So it went left because I don't know who told her, but Bad Baby found out. She had screenshots, and Sky was like acting like her friend to her face, apparently. And then she went on Instagram. Daniel Bergoli went on Instagram Live and said she was gonna kill Sky. I was like, damn.
Oh damn, that
Yeah,
is
she said it in front of like a whole bunch of people. Yes. And that's what the bizarre part. Who says that on Instagram, first of all? But Sky ended up getting a whole order protection. So all of us, all of the Barb Sand pages, we were all in the comments. We're like saying, "Girl, you gotta calm down. It's not that serious." But she didn't listen. So
that
These
is
bitches be
crazy.
crazy. I couldn't be on like Love and Hip Hop Miami and other because well, everybody thinks I can't fight because I lost one fight in public. Oh my god, and now I can't fucking fight. Boo hoo. But anyway, like that wasn't even a fair fight. She's like 300 pounds more than me. That wasn't fair at all. But anyway, I don't be fighting though. But I forgot I couldn't be on that show because don't you have to fight all the time
on baddies.
on any of those shows? Baddies, Love
Oh,
and Hip Hop.
it's funny that you mentioned that because I do know. Well, I don't know anybody that's been on that show. I've seen Natalie Nunn in passing, but that's only because um I did nightlife over in day and what is it called? The Bay Area. So
hmm
I was really trying to mingle because when you're trying to go to any club, you're trying to at least mix and mingle of anything. So that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to get connections. I was like, I won't have to pay for anything in my life. I was a youngin. But when I initially saw her in passing, I remember she was talking to this one girl who later on became my friend, and apparently she was talking about these trips to Africa. I don't know what the context was, but I do know she does trips to Africa quite often. And then I found out, like on from watching Zeus, that she does these escort trips. I was like, oh, good for you, sis. Get your bag.
Right. Escort. But I mean, however you want to make it.
It gets a little bit darker than that when you talk to people that have interacted with her. But I was like, I don't know how crazy I can be on here, so let me just act all poised.
It's always good to observe because then you realize, like, when you know someone's reputation, and then you're like, let me fill you out first to see, is it a TPE persona or is this really you in life, you know? So, yeah, it's kind
Exactly.
of like,
Oh, you mean about me or you mean about her?
no, no, just her or even that, like,
Oh,
because even when you're like, like obviously, even talking with you, you're keeping it 1,000,000% real. So that I know for a fact. I love how you're like, I just don't know what to say or do. I was
He
like,
always
listen, you
real
keep it
Jose
as real.
like that. That's why.
Yeah,
That's why the boss didn't
that's
like her.
right.
listen. I've heard a lot about Miss Nunn. I've heard a lot about Miss Nunn over the years. Everybody knows, but the major rumor that's been going on is she pimps her friends. And honestly, I'm more prone to believe that because I have interactions with people that have been offered to go on these trips, and they've been dissuaded to go on these trips from people that were her direct friends because they were doing X, Y, and Z. It was like, girl. Well, even though you're making money, at least give them more of a cut than what you doing, and at least be transparent about what's going on over there. If you're gonna bring people on a trip, don't threaten to leave them there. Don't cut make a hell of a cut off of their. Don't take like 10 off the top because now you actually pimping, and pimping in my mind is
Mhm.
wrong.
Right.
I agree.
Right.
I mean, and she has that reputation too, where people they're you see them on TV with her, and then all of a sudden they're talking crap about her behind her back. Once either the show's over or prior to that, and then she's made to look innocent, but then you don't know things like this, right? Where all of
Yeah,
a sudden it's like, hey, you're skimping on your these people who basically have been loyal to you, and obviously now they're pissed off because obviously you try to play them.
but that's why I always have to start with a segue. She starts out very calm. So her thing is acting very calm because she was all poised in that club. She wasn't going off the way that everybody knows her to go off. She was chill. But I think that might just be a way to lure in friends, well, quote unquote friends, to start being trusting of her and acting like, oh yeah, she's a regular person. But at the end of the day, she's a businesswoman. So
Facts.
she admits to that. So she's not going to be real to anyone. And she says it's not personal, it's business a lot.
Yeah, she has a strategy already in place that's worked for her. So
Mhm.
obviously, if it's working for her, people are not catching on to that. So people are going to think, well, she's not like how everybody says it. Obviously, that's part of her game plan. That is her business strategy.
Precisely.
Huh?
I
She
can
wouldn't be
never
my
do
friend.
I can never do that all that. I'm way too upfront. I'm like, yeah, I'm probably gonna say something crazy. I sent it to you in a text message. I was like, I'm probably gonna say things off the hinges just to let you know.
I was fine. I don't care.
I was like, did I not say that in text messages though? I've been on my
Yeah, but
best
I'm
behavior though.
I'm like that too with my life. That's Jose, our last live with Lady Red. Oh, Lady Red couldn't make it tonight, but she sent her love to you, Jose. Did y'all even hear me?
Jose said, keep it cute or put it on mute. Okay.
So sorry, guys. I literally was going in and out. I'm passenger princess at this moment, so
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
no, you're all good. You're all good. You're all good. What is it that
No,
you
I
ended
was
up
saying
saying,
Lady
Steph?
Red couldn't make it today.
Oh yeah, no, 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 no.
What?
Yeah, and I haven't heard from her in a while. I know I have her on my IG, but I haven't even seen her post a couple things.
See, when you
Oh,
said Lady Red,
she's on a break.
Oh,
I was
okay.
thinking of that one drag queen from LA that ended up passing away back in 2019. But that's why I was
Uh
like,
oh.
oh, wait, you're talking about her? My goodness. I forgot all about her back in the day.
Lady Red does like ASMR. She's like really cool. She lives right in New York City and all.
Oh.
She was in the
I've
last
seen
time
her
we did
videos now.
this. Yeah, she's dope. Her content is pretty dope. Um, oh yeah, that would have been lit if she was on here. Oh, it would have been on and popping. I mean, it's on and popping now, but it would have been.
Mm,
Yeah,
It's like the vibe is truly all here because
absolutely.
we all keeping it real. So the more people you can get involved that end up doing the same thing, give you that same energy, even better, even better.
right.
Exactly. See, I didn't become known on social media. I became a little bit more infamous because that's why I'm like trying because my whole persona on there is I'm gonna keep it real, but then I realized afterwards that I after the whole mess happens or whatever, I even though I have all the receipts, I'm always just gonna put it out there. So, because I'm like, let's be 100% honest. Why you hiding this? Why you hiding that? I remember this one little TikToker was trying to play me, and I remember this on live specifically. 2 days before, this is a few years ago. 2 days before, he was talking about diamond rings or whatever the hell. He was talking about ring on the finger. You already know how these TikTokers talk.
Oh
And
yeah,
mind you, oh
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I've known him for a good year and a half, maybe two. So when he was doing all that, I was like, are you sure you playing? And mind you, I wasn't even interested in him, obviously, for good reason, because it was giving fake energy. I see him on a live, I was just scrolling by, and he was saying the same cash money shit that he was talking to me. So he was talking about diamond rings to this girl. He was talking about, I want to see you in X, Y, and Z. I want to see you wear this, or I want to see you wear that. Like he likes to dress bitches up like dolls.
Oh
Mm-mm. That's
hell no.
crazy.
Yeah, it
I
was
would
feeling
never.
very much weird. So I pop in the live and I said, "Oh, I said, "Oh wow, so you out here just talking? You just out here just acting up? You out here acting a fool, cheating, thotting and bopping?" Because I was playing it up. Obviously, I was going to start acting a fool. So that's exactly what I did. And he said, "You need to stop lying. I never said that. I never mentioned diamond rings." He doesn't know that I record on my calls.
Mm, love that.
So I played it for the live.
You are my type of friend.
I
No,
said,
for
"Are you
real.
sure?"
That is
You know I'm
crazy.
off the hinges because I gave him a warning. I said, "Are you sure? Wait, are you sure?"
You didn't peep that.
Mhm. Let me drop some. Let me kindly remind you of what you said.
Let
Boom,
me
boom, boom, boom,
kindly
boom, boom.
let me kindly remind you of who I am. You heard about me before you knew me, and you still tried to do this. You crazy. I read
That
that
is
man like the Book
hilarious.
of Revelations.
As you should. I would have been there saying, "Amen, Amen." I would have been recording that too. I'm like, look at her drag this bum ass dude around.
I recorded all my lives back then.
I'm pretty sure he didn't say nothing else after that. What ended up happening after that?
He got
After
silent, and then he had to compose himself and act like I just edited it all together. And I was like,
wow.
"Are you sure?" So I didn't play out the full call because I was like, what, an hour and 30 minutes? But
Mhm.
I played out the key parts. You best believe I did.
As you should.
Where you were
As you
mentioning
should.
diamond rings, necklaces, dressing a bitch up. Like, damn, you just did the whole script verbatim. That's crazy. Girl to girl to girl, that's insane.
Hmm. It's like he knows it. He has it like instilled in his head. Like this is exactly what I'm gonna say because this is how I'm gonna reel them in. And half these dudes be getting all like this fake jewelry and thinking that they're like, oh yeah, I'm big balling, I'm big balling. Nah, bro,
Mhm.
you're not big balling. What ends up
Rappers and
happening?
TikTokers.
Yeah, literally,
Wait,
literally.
the gay community, because us straight people have it like kind of hard with these men.
Oh, I'm already sick of it.
It's
I'm kind of already sick of it. I'm over it
Yeah.
we should go on a double date.
at this
Listen,
point.
at this point, I don't even want to give somebody the time of day, especially no guy. I'm like, no, 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 no. The last time someone tried to set me up, I looked at the dude and I was like, I'm gonna give you two options. We can have a nice, wonderful conversation, but you're not dating material. I'm not looking to date. I'm not like trying to look at anybody or trying to get to know somebody.
Mhm.
So you can figure it out for yourself. And then he's like,
Exactly.
damn, you're gonna like really read me like that and you don't even know me. I'm like, no, I know enough about you. I was like, trust me, it's the age of the internet. So
You said I've known you
there's
plenty time. I know. I
uh-huh.
know. I've seen you plenty of times. Trust me. I know
Hmm.
many people that are you.
Exactly. Exactly. I'm like, you're gonna sell me the same dream, you're gonna be the same asshole like everybody else,
Hmm.
and it just make it make sense. I'm like, no, I'm like, I don't have time for any of this stuff, nor do I want to have time to be spending with somebody who I need to take care of if they can't take care of themselves. He's like, ooh, I was like, exactly.
This is gonna come across very controversial and really bad, but I gotta say it. This earlier today in the live, we were talking about dating prospects, and he was saying like, um, because we were talking about this one woman that was dating coworkers or whatever, and we were like saying maybe that's not a good idea. And then I said I would never date a I would never date a coworker. And then he asked, well, why? Is the principal? And I said no, it's because they're making if they're my coworker, they're making the same amount of money as I am. I might as well just date myself.
Ooh,
That's true.
no, but you know what's crazy? I love that they can assume that they make the same amount of money because I know many patients. I mean, not many patients, many people who have the same position and make way different amount of money. They might be
True.
making 10 grand more than you, or 30 grand more than you, or $15,000 less than you, and you don't know it. You don't know it.
These days with this, you can get a neck. You would have to spend you'd have to spend $10,000 on a next day flight. I could wipe my nose with that at this point.
Yeah,
Like, especially in this economy. Oh my God, no.
yeah, no, 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 absolutely not.
$10,000 and then you tax it. No, that's not.
No, I don't think
You'll
so.
pay for a good month of rent. Congratulations.
Exactly. I'm like, I'm not trying to be in that predicament. Like, what's that saying? I could do bad all by myself. There you go.
Exactly. Isn't that sad that that's half of a
Period.
down? Isn't that sad that like $10,000 pays like a down payment in the first month now?
You know what? That's
It's
crazy.
been
It
like
is.
that though.
You that does not put into perspective your especially in Rochester, especially in Rochester.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
it's sad that that's the case. But you know what's crazy? Out here, they have it where now, like 95% of the places are not like that. Like, I want to say North and Central. I can't speak for like Miami or Tampa, obviously, but like if you think about like even Orlando now, they're like having to adjust their ways to say, hey, as long as you don't have, sexual offense on your
Mhm.
record or record of murder, $500 down. We'll even give you the special of 8 weeks off your rent. You're good.
I was trying to find my
Oh my
I
God.
this is gonna look so stupid, but you never look for things on Marketplace. Like I know you look for regular things on Marketplace, but you also look for like place to rent, right?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Oh
Hmm.
yeah.
I tried to do that and I was about to live in Oshawa in Ontario. And the only reason that people were messaging me that because I was very provocative on my Facebook. I make it no secret. I make it no secret that I'm looser than a shoestring. I'm kidding. No, I make it no secret that I'm a real chill ass person. I'm not really a prude. And the only reason I got messages back were for people trying to flirt with me or people trying to hate and just act like, maybe I would have thought about this, but you need to heal.
Ooh,
Okay, I could heal in a new
wow.
place though.
That part.
That's crazy.
That part. I know that's right. I would have told him the same thing.
Okay, listen, I'm not changing my Facebook for some random person that probably isn't even going to accept my application. What's the point?
Yeah, no, I agree. I totally agree. That's
They have a
just
whole
wow.
thing over there. They have a whole thing over there where they like marble floors. They don't like regular like they don't do carpets. They don't do rugs too often, especially in like Ontario, the area. Like you'll see bathrooms and also kitchens with marble floor. Like, what is wrong with y'all?
Yeah, they're it's like sorry, this is not the. the luxury of the South or the West that you're thinking like you're gonna be able to do some things like that. I don't get it.
Hmm.
I honestly don't get it. That's just like I don't even know how to mention it. Like that's very luxury old school, but this ain't what is it? The East Side of New York City or Beverly Hills or Santa Monica or Barbara or Miami, where you those things are typical. We're talking about Ontario, where nine
Exactly.
months out of the year
Mhm.
it is snowing and seasonal depression is a real thing. And if you never haven't had seasonal depression, just go up there. You'll notice it.
See, the
Right.
strippers are not the same in Ontario as we would think of in New York City or Atlanta. They don't value like the vivacious curves. They don't value the bodacious bodies. Nah, they're a lot more. Let me think. They're trying to get the page boy thing, and I get it. That's a nice thing. You want a toned body. Okay, cool. But why you gotta kick? They like are very anti-black over there. They do not. And mind you, I've gone to this one. It was like this one Star Wars strip club or whatever. I know. I know. It was like a Star Wars theme. I could find it for you
Not
too.
a Star Wars strip.
It was a Star Wars theme over there. I don't know how they got that cleared, but because they
A
were
Star
advertising
Wars
like nobody's business. There we go.
That,
thing.
that is
Like I
too
know
funny.
somebody who would.
You can look it up. Wait, where it is? Where I'm sorry,
So
where is it? The Empire Strips Back, it's called. Swear to
interesting.
God. It's called the Empire Strips Back. And they have it in Los Angeles, New York, San Francisco, Washington, D.C., Chicago, Minneapolis, someplace in Canada. They have no shame about this shit.
There's a haunted house in Toronto that's like all in the dark and there's only like red light coming from the ceiling. My
Oh
friend
my
said she had want
goodness.
to go there. I
Sounds
Oh
like my
wow.
baptism. My goodness. I'm kidding.
Oh, ooh.
had to pay like a ridiculous amount to get in, like $100 or something per person,
Oh wow.
and they're allowed to touch you. I was like, I would never.
Oh no. I'm too
You
jumpy. I'm
know,
from New York. I will punch a person in the face in a second.
if they kill me, gotta give me some life insurance.
Hmm. They probably have you sign a waiver too before that. Isn't that crazy?
Hmm. That means anything can happen to you. No, thank you. I'll stay where I'm at.
Hmm.
Period. One of my last apartments was haunted. The whole building, really. I lived in Victor, over where Village Apartments is. So that if it's like right across the street from the mall from Eastview. And actually, it was like it's right behind that old Kmart. That's currently like, what is it currently now? What's the old Kmart now? I
Oh
think
my
it's
god.
one of them southern, really. Damn, it's not Five Below, but it's one of Ross where the new Ross is in Victor. Yeah, he's lived right behind there. That place is haunted as hell. Because I got a reading done. And, I got like what I'm saying.
Okay.
Get them all out.
Because they wanted
No.
to say something.
No, I'm saying this is all girl.
See,
The
I've only
craziness.
had
The
one
craziness.
haunted. Mhm. Oh, not the craziness. I've never seen a haunted building over in Rochester though. I've never heard of one.
Oh, the
Is
old
there?
psych ward. No, the old psych ward that's before. Oh, what's the name of the street that it's on? Stuff. The big empty building that's been in there for like abandoned for like 50 years.
Oh my god.
But I know about
Yeah,
like what's that
it's
hospital, community hospital, wherever. And
yes,
there's
it's literally not. It's not that far from Highland. It's this
Oh
big, huge
Oh,
wow.
okay.
abandoned building. It used to be this huge like psychiatric hospital or whatnot, and now people like break into it and they go around and all. So yeah, it's crazy.
Hmm.
Bet you a lot of crazy stuff happened there.
I I
Oh,
only
and
made
it's
one
all
visit in
energy though.
Rochester. I only did one Grippy Sock vacation over in Rochester because I was like, it was too much stress going around. I just needed a break. And honestly, isn't that sad that you have to go there for a break because you're just so overwhelmed and swamped and you have to get a medical letter for everything?
It's so boring here. There's like
That is.
nothing to do but sit in your house.
I agree. I totally agree. I
There
totally
was too
When you
agree.
go
much going on at
outside, it's
once.
either like a hit or miss when you leave the house. So
Exactly. There was testing that was going on, and they refused to give me a day. They refused to give me an extra day just to go back for testing because I was dealing with everything I was dealing with work and everything. They said I'd need a medical
mhm.
letter. So I was like, okay, fine. I guess I'll have to get an Uber to go to the mental facility. Okay. So that's exactly what I did. And honestly, never again because Rochester psych wards are insane. And I'm not saying insane like a bad, like talking about mental. No, they're just very, they're very, it just shows the sadness that goes on in the mental facilities systems, because these are people. They treat them very strangely. They don't infantilize. No, they treat them like any person on the street. Like they're going to ignore you when you're actively asking, "Hey, I need new shoes. I need to take a shower." They'll walk right past you.
Yeah, they do that. Oh yeah, easily, easily. And it's over there. What they do is they do. You can do a, what is it called? A mental wellness check.
Hmm.
And if someone calls you, calls the cops and say I haven't heard from them in 24 hours, they literally have you go in for 72 hours for a checkup. Like you can't even
Exactly.
sign yourself out. They're
It's
literally
just
like, nope. It is. Where in most states you're able to sign yourself on and say, I am not crazy. Over there, they're like, no, we actually had somebody who called and was really concerned. And now you're stuck with us for 72 hours. I'm like,
mm-hmm.
yeah, no, no. I'm going to leave there depressed.
Yeah. My I'm not sure if you ever heard of Christopher Brock.
Oh,
No.
Chris, wait, no, I know a Timothy Brock.
Okay, so this is one person named Chris Brock. I met him in the mental facility. Very nice person, very sweet person. He was a Cardi B stan. I'll remember that forever. I halfway liked him. I was like, I don't know about Cardi B, but okay, you cool. So we had at length conversations. I was like, he's never been outside of Rochester before. So I was saying, hey, we could travel. You know, all the plans that you make with friends, especially when you're seeing a person that might be more vulnerable and you just need somebody to talk to. So he ended up having a manic break. This happened 2020 on my birthday. I remember this specifically because I wasn't answering his calls for a good week because I was stressed the hell out. And then I found out that while he was in the ambulance, because he was having a not a manic episode, he was having a schizophrenic break. They let him out because they pulled over and he said, because he said he wanted a cigarette. They pulled the car over, or the ambulance over, and he ran away and he jumped off the bridge. No lie. You could look him up right now. Christopher Brock, Rochester, New York.
Oh, I'm definitely going to look that up.
And that broke my
That's
heart
crazy.
because honestly, the family still doesn't have closure. They still don't have any type of contacts. Of course, the hospital isn't really going to tell anybody, isn't going to tell everything, because they're the same ones that are going to be denying it just because they don't want to get sued. It's just sad.
That's crazy, honestly.
Mhm.
And that's sad.
Like like our friend. Well, Jose, have you ever met Nicholas? Fuck is his last name? What's his last name? Let me look on Facebook now. Anyway, he passed away, and I think it was like an overdose. He passed away this time last year,
You
but
know,
he lived in
everything that happens
Rochester.
in Rochester, I just tend to block it out because I literally just like, there's just so many sad things that happen out there. It's crazy. So I hear all these stories, like it's just it's sad. It honestly is sad. Like with everything that's just like transpires and everything else
Hmm.
that ends up happening, and you're just like, oh my gosh. So like even hearing the thing about Chris, and I'm pretty sure, Steph, I've heard something about Nicholas because the name does sound familiar as far as what happened. But it's one of those things where you just kind of like, it breaks you because you don't know what else to do. Because then it's like, imagine having to live in that environment and you hear these things continuously happen. It's it's sad,
Right.
and honestly, it's sad because then you're just like, wow, I live in a community that this can happen to you. Mental health is a really big thing. People act stupid and want to like start doing stupid things with other people, and then you're like, where am I safe mentally and
Hmm.
physically, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just sad.
Exactly. And I just looked it up. Chris Brock in Rochester, New York. If you look up 2021, because there's another Christopher Brock, but yeah, you'll find him.
Oh yeah.
They'll make plenty of reports about you post-mortem, but they won't have actual resources while you're alive. Isn't that fucking crazy?
Yeah, that's sad. That is so, and you know what's crazy? You get more resources and help when you're out of that situation,
Mhm.
especially out of Rochester. There's more resources out here in the state of Florida than people will think, and it's sad because people will talk all crap saying
Did
there's
y'all?
no resources out here, and you're like, no, that's because people don't speak up. Because over here, as soon as you speak up, I'm like, oh, this is how people are gonna get their help. Because in Rochester, even when you speak up, they're gonna like, no, you're just crazy. You're just crazy.
Did y'all hear about the plane that crashed on the Texas highway?
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
What's going
Everybody's
on?
talking about like these, everything with the satellites and all this stuff going on. That's why these plane crashes have been going off. And I'm like, yeah, no.
That is crazy.
That's insane.
I
Just
ain't
put me
going
on
on
a
a plane
train.
this year.
But yeah.
Mm-mm. All
give
we had
me,
to do
give
is
me.
forget it.
I was about to say, give me a business class or like a suite somewhere on a train. I'll be good.
Oh, absolutely. One of those
Right.
train rides. Oh, absolutely. Well, back when I was in the dating stages with the person I married to, I used to, because he's from, not Toronto, he's from a small place called Coburg, Ontario. So I never met him at his family home. I never went over there. I still haven't met his mom to this day. And I'm married to the motherfucker. But, we used to hang out and meet. Like I would the first day for instance, I was in Rochester. I took the bus for the first time all the way over to Toronto to Union Station. And this is maybe 2 weeks after I just had surgery. So it's because this was the only time that I thought I was going to be able to see him. I was like, I gotta rush it. I'm really gotta move fast because we've talked for however long. I was crazy. I didn't tell a single person where I was going. I didn't message a family member. I did not message a friend because I was like, they're going to talk me out of it. And I'm glad nothing went bad. But I spent maybe 4 or 5 days there. Good time. Had a really great time. Um, my hair was a damn mess. I didn't get it done right beforehand, but hey, everything was going wrong that first trip. To, I that earlier in that day, I was looking for my card, my driver's license, maybe like 2 days beforehand. I had my friend send it over in the mail to me. It was supposed to come that day, didn't come. And then I was told that, yeah, the postal worker has it. So I was chasing them down street by street, no lies. Swear to God, I still have the messages. I was chasing this fucking postal worker down street by street, trying to find them and run into them so I could get the card because I'm about to miss the bus. So I finally hunt them down. I finally get it. I have all my stuff in my backpack. So I was running around with a 30-pound backpack. I finally made it over to the Toronto Union Station. Mind you, like I said, I had surgery 2 weeks ago for my abdomen. And dro- literally, it was in Washington D.C. that I had the surgery. I took the bus all the way to Toronto Union Station just to realize I didn't turn on my international data. My international data was off.
Oh my gosh.
Bish. I had to. Oh my God, I was so scared because I couldn't call him. I didn't have any service. I had to use the Union Station Wi-Fi. And y'all are gonna think I'm crazy and be mad at me for this. I called him up and he said, well, can you just find a bus? Because I still had the bus ticket, but the only thing with Toronto Union bus tickets is the Go bus, which is what they call it. You have to have the link to the ticket. You have to click the link to the ticket as you're entering the bus. Because they might check you. I couldn't click any link. Not to mention I was feeling lightheaded as a bitch. Because I just had surgery and all the blood hit my head. So I finally call him up. Yeah, I finally call him up. I ask him, can you just pick me up? I was so out of it. I was like, can you just pick me up, please? And he was acting so annoyed. He's like saying, it's a long drive over there. No, you're just gonna have to find your way over here. Yes, he said that. Yes, yes. And I was so fucking
Oh,
stupid.
oh hell no.
Yes, he said that. Hell no. That's why I'm saying you're gonna be mad at me. So I still went over. I still acted all happy to see him. Um he paid for the taxi ride over there. I paid like what, $200 for that. Then I paid the $150 so I can find because I kept buying these eSIMs, these temporary eSIMs that I could use for my service. I finally got it right with the third one, but yeah, it cost me $115. And he paid $88 well, 88 Canadian dollars for that, the rest of the taxi. We spent the weekend together. It was pretty good. We watched Sweeney Todd. Then I was about to head back, and I remember he had like this really weird look on his face. I was talking about kids or whatever the fuck, and he was with it. Okay, all right, all right. And then I find out as soon as I get home, maybe like 2 days later, because we've been talking on and off from that point. He says, well, he sends me a whole long letter, and he says all the reasons why he doesn't want to be with me and how I should be for the next person. I swear to God, I still have it to this day.
Oh, that would have been, first of all, I would have gone back, and that would have been a curse out and a half. I would have
That's what
been
I'm
Right.
saying.
respect.
Like, I was so out of it. And mind you, I was already, if I always say that if I didn't have that low self esteem moment back then, he wouldn't even be a factor. But I'm glad that I stuck it out. Well, I'm not glad that I had low self esteem back then, but I am glad that I stuck it out. He ended up being a cool person, and we ended up being able to develop something. But he broke up with me that time, talked to me back in June, because that was April 7th. Broke up with me April 11th, saw him in, talked to him in June, went over to him in July to see him. We had talked all that time and met his friends this time. So I was like, it's real. Listen, I was feeling my little puppy love fantasy. I was like, oh my God, he likes me. I met his friends. Bitch, what the fuck? Like, I was literally looking at the mirror. I was like, bitch, what the fuck were you thinking? So I met his friends. His one friend was flirting with me. I was like, cute. Listen, because I'm that bitch. Of course he's gonna flirt with me.
Facts. That's definitely facts. I love that mentality.
Exactly.
They
Exactly.
always do
He
that.
was in my Discord DMs and everything. Just for me to get home, maybe like what? He took a little bit longer this time. So I saw him what in the last time I saw him was in October. So we saw each other in July. He broke up with me in October. I know, I know what you're saying. I know what you're thinking. Stop thinking for a second. So I know what I already heard this 100 times. I already know what you're thinking. So yeah, I was a little bit annoyed this time. I'm heartbroken, whatever. I'm never gonna admit to that to his face. Absolutely the fuck not. Cause listen, pimps don't cry.
That's a
But
fact right there.
big
Exactly.
pimping don't cry, baby.
Period.
And his friend was all up in my DMs. And so days later, maybe like what, 4 days later, I give his friend congratulations because I was thinking in my mind, well, I can't be this is the friend that was in my Discord DMs talking about ham hocks. He was talking about thighs. You already know how these little white, mm, these little guys talk that I'd never been with a bodacious beauty.
Hmm. That's how. You know what? It's like it's more of like I'm gonna milk this for what it's worth. I'm like
Exactly,
anything you can do, I'm
absolutely.
definitely gonna do better. Exactly.
You best believe I'm gonna get him
Exactly.
for some change.
Oh yeah,
So
absolutely. I know that's right.
I
Not
congratulated
for
him
some
on his new
reason.
job because I was like because I was like saying to myself, no, even though him and I aren't together. And I forgot to tell you, but he broke up with me because he wanted to be in an open relationship and I wasn't down for that. He only told me months later, even though you've been thinking about it for weeks. Pissed me the
Yeah, no,
fuck
I don't do
off.
those either.
Oh,
Oh
absolutely not.
hell! And let me tell you something. I'm trust me when I tell you I've been in situation. I've been in a situation like that. So yeah, I would have been pissed off too. So yeah, see, great minds think alike. Great minds think alike. The only
I
difference
made
is
a
that
whole I made a whole- I made a
tell me, tell
whole
me.
playlist to get over
Yep.
it.
Yes.
You
Yes, you are
already
that
know.
type of girl, girl. Yes, yes, because I would have done the same thing. Listen, I would have gone a step ahead. I would have written a song and what I've
And
done before
playlists
and be
and
like,
no
I,
battle.
and that part, I would have been like, call me Mr. Swift because I'm about to air out your dirty laundry. Hell
So
yeah.
I made like indirect. You already know how you make sub tweets. I made sub posts on TikTok. I was like showing off my body. I was doing the most. I was like, I used him to use that popular song. It was like, F my ex, you can keep that. So I used his picture when I was doing that, but I crossed out his face.
Oh, I love that.
He showed his
Um,
sis. Apparently, he showed his sister that, and they found it hella humorous. His I found out the reason why I haven't met his family because he mentioned that in the breakup. He was like saying, "Yeah, I originally thought you were a scammer. My mom thinks you're a scammer too, and like I'm an American scammer looking for
Raven, did y'all
fucking
go out or
citizenship."
is it just me?
Huh?
I thought you went out. You
No, I'm
said
still
originally
here.
you were what?
Um, he he said it was a American scammer that was looking for citizenship. Or at least that's what he was hinting towards the first time I met him. I was like, no, I'm gonna prove myself. And that's what you should never do. Don't ever feel like you have to prove yourself to any man, because these men are a dime a dozen. Guys like him, dime a dozen. And I'll say that confidently. Still love him to death. Dime a dozen. You could find 100 other guys that are just like him. You don't have to deal with
facts.
all that shit just because
Say it
you're
louder. Say it
lonely.
louder. Say it louder. Say it louder. Say
You
it
don't
louder.
have to
Listen.
deal with all that shit because you're lonely. And that's what
Facts.
that's
Facts.
what my problem was. I just recently lost my friend. It was like a large argument. So I was, and mind you, I just became reclusive. I didn't go outside for the better half of 8 months. I was getting fat, addicted to not addicted to substances or anything like that. No, I was addicted to like these little procedures that I would have. I had BBL. I had a BBL, had my nose done, everything. Um, and then I came back, Revenge Body Tour, Revenge Body World Tour, baby.
I know that's right. I'll see. I wish I was there for that era for you. I would have been like, yes,
I still have the
yes.
pictures. I used to look a mess, but these days we turn our back rolls to money rolls.
That. Oh, I love that. First of all, hashtag that shit. For you, you need to
I don't think I
like
can do
market. Listen, we turn our back fat to what is that? Back rolls to money rolls. Yes, we need that.
Exactly.
that. I
We
mean, like
need
plastic
that.
surgery. I don't think I could like put that needle to my body, but I'm just
Oh,
gonna do.
I've had plenty of different things done, but it was because I don't think that anybody should do it for the reason that I did. Because at one point I was going under once every 2 weeks. Cause and mind you, I had the money for it. It was a previous divorce. Cause that's another reason why I was so low. Because I already had two failed marriages. I had a good settlement from the second one. Because he not only cheated, but he did X, Y, and Z. So um I was already like, oh my God, I'm a failure, thinking endlessly about it. I was like, I look terrible, I look ugly. And I did end up doing work because of it. Don't do it for my reasons. That was a bad reason. But I'm glad that I did it because it showed me that at least I
Shit, I'm glad
can,
you did it too. Hell
yeah,
yeah.
Right.
No,
At
no,
least you know,
don't
like you have more
listen.
confidence.
Exactly. That's I think that's the whole point with all of that. As long as you have pure intentions for it, no matter
mm,
what it is, including if someone has gone through what you've been through,
mm,
it's one or is going
I was cutting out.
to
I don't know
is
what happened.
get it's one of those things where you're just like, all right, cool. I'm gonna be stronger out of this, and I'm gonna show you that I'm not gonna just stay stuck in the slums. I'm gonna be the baddest B out there, right? So it's just like, nah, I'm not
Exactly.
that part. So kudos to you, girl. Kudos to you.
That's why I said I used to be shaped like a bean burrito, but listen.
Oh, I love you for that, girl.
Well,
Oh,
you
girl, I
probably look
used to
like
be
a big
shaped like
girl
a bean
too. You
burrito,
probably
girl.
look as a big girl. Just
Yeah,
saying.
I'll show y'all. I'll show y'all.
Now you
I
just have
have
a
the
big
old
booty.
photos.
She's like, I went from bean burrito to goddess. Put some
Exactly. How do I
put
switch
some
Period.
to the side?
respect on
Hey,
my
Brian, picture
name.
guy.
Period.
What we
How
looking
do I
at? A
switch
wall?
sides?
A ceiling?
I don't know how to. Wait, let me try this again. Mm, does it pop out? No, I don't know how to make
Like
myself a big
Jose, I
box.
had
Oh
beet
yeah.
juice today for like the very first time. You ever had beet juice?
Oh yeah. I've had.
Mm,
It's very
Do you like
earthy.
it?
I like it. I've had it pure, and I'm like, nope, this needs to be mixed into something. And
Exactly. That's how I'm feeling.
okay,
It was nasty. Oh
So
yeah,
that's
that.
the first photo. It was shaped terribly. Second, that was we were starting to almost get there. Then the third, no. But 2020 was my year.
well, I know that's right. Look at that. Look at
2023 was even better.
mm-hmm.
2024 was a little extreme.
Look. First of all, waist where waist what? Okay. Oh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I know that's right. I know that
For
one
the
right
person
there.
I am, would have never gotten played like by a guy like that. Absolutely not.
Mm-mm. On the
But
contrary, you would have played on my boo boo the fool, and he still wouldn't have noticed it.
Right.
exactly.
That part.
Because he wanted to be in an open relationship. He knew that actively he knew that beforehand and he just didn't want to say anything. I'd already met his friends. I'd already met well, did I meet his sister then? I don't think I met his sister then, no. But she already had her opinions about me because I was provocative and vulgar. So I couldn't win. At that point I just couldn't win with that. I was just like, okay, they just don't like me. Whatever, fuck them. I rolled my eyes because they're just a bunch of haters. And that's why I haven't met his mother to this day. She hated on me the most. She called me the Jamaican help. Ciao.
Oh, that would have been a curse out and a half. I'm like, I'm sorry, is that your mom? But she's gonna call me the
Exactly.
help.
I'm about to
I'm gonna
cuss
put
that. Mm.
that part, that part. I would have been like, let me bring you down a couple notches. I'm gonna tell you who the real help is, because you're gonna be
Exactly.
screaming for some help.
Because baby girl, you want to talk about I'm the help, baby. You had to get a second mortgage on your house. I can't remember the last time I had to get a mortgage on any house.
That part, period.
You still eating the same oodles and noodles you were from last year. You talking about non-perishable items? You have
Exactly.
a stock full, baby.
I
That
love
was
you,
doing the
Bob.
most.
Oh my God. I was like, what you doing tonight?
Grabbing coffee right now, and then I'm with my
I'm
sister
Starbucks?
right now.
hungry.
Oh no, no, Dutch Bros. Give me 1 second, ladies. Give me one moment.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I'm about to say it's too late, but I can only drink coffee in the
It's
morning
giving
because
Starbucks energy, though. Big Starbucks.
nah, it makes me go to the bathroom.
What? You
That's
don't
why I
like
can't drink it.
Starbucks?
Yeah, coffee. Coffee makes me shit. Oh my God. I can't even drink it while I'm working, but I do anyway.
I take caffeine supplements, so I just don't
I
do
just
coffee
buy
in
those
general.
Alani energy drinks. You ever had them before?
Which ones?
Alani. It's like all vegan.
Oh my
It's an
goodness.
energy drink. Oh my God, I gotta try them. So they give you energy, but it's vegan.
I gotta
It's
find
so
that.
good.
Does it taste good?
Yeah, it does. I got it at Wegmans because usually at work sometimes I be getting, you know how you have to sit there and listen to people all day, you just get
Hmm.
like exhausted, you know? But that's what I be taking.
That's your
Like
secret? So you just be holding out on
one of
me.
one of them. That's one of my secrets. And to have
Hold on.
energy.
Tell
So
us
you
your
never
secret
know.
again.
It is Alani and PhD. And that's it.
Okay. Hmm.
Which
No.
flavor though?
Oh, a Alani
Oh, we feel some
or
type
the
of
other
way,
one.
Steph, that you're holding up on us.
Which one? You there? She went
Hmm.
out for a second, didn't she?
Oh, I'm still here.
I want
Oh,
to know. I want to know. I want to know.
which one? Which one of what? The
Okay.
one in Alani or the other one?
Both, girl.
Oh, well, I took my wig
Okay.
off. I
All
said,
right,
fuck that.
bonnet.
I'm gonna
All right, bonnet bandits. Period.
Bonnet Queen. Bonnet
yeah,
Queen.
this one girl, she posts Bonnet Chronicles on TikTok. But I have a name too. I'm
Oh,
like, that bitch
hold
know my
on.
name.
She's the one from the not Love and Hip Hop. What's her name? She was
Basketball wise, Tammy
yeah.
Roman.
Yes, I love Tammy Roma. I loved her when she was in the real world. When she dragged her.
Listen.
Mm.
She was my
Like, I
inspiration.
watch her
If I ever
TikTok
want to be on
sometimes
reality
when I'm
TV,
on
I want to be like New York.
Oh, I love that. I could so see you do that,
Jose
girl.
at.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You
to
already
answer
know.
your
Listen, mm. you, you can
to
you,
wrap
you
it
can
up,
you can count me on as a plus one, girl. I'm just letting you know. I got your back. I got your back.
Oh, what's his name?
listen
Want to see him post right
to
quick,
catch you
Jose?
up. He broke up with me twice. Asked for me back both times, and my stupid ass fell for it. And I'm kind of glad I did, even though it was like, even these days I would never have done it. But I took it. I took him back, and then we got married maybe a year later.
Oh, wow.
I know.
I think
I know.
I'm trying to figure out what my worst like breakup was because I've had a couple of them, you know. Which is why I'm not dating. I haven't really like actively dated anybody for like 15. It's been like
Do you
15 or
date
like 20
locally
years.
though?
Yeah, well, sometimes it depends on the situation and the person. But the last one was not local, but before that it was
I outsource my man. I outsource
Oh,
him.
me too. And well, I'm gonna tell you this. I used to, and I was like, nah, that's for the birds. I was like, at this moment, I need someone who's gonna be on my level at this moment, or at least above that
Mhm.
level.
Listen, if
It's
that
just
makes a person a bird, tweet, motherfucker. That's all I gotta
no,
say.
no. Oh no! First of all, not you, honey. Let me tell you something. I love hearing what you. I'm like, she is my soul sister right here. I was like, we could do that together.
I was trying to do a 90 day fiance once upon a time too. You listen, no shame in my game.
Listen. I'll play. Listen, I
Hey,
don't blame
so
you.
I might put Jose in the spot right quick because he can sing,
Mhm.
but I don't know if he's like voice ready to like blow right now.
Oh, you want me to sing?
Yeah, you voice ready. I thought maybe
Sure.
you could sing.
I
So I was
could.
just like, let me ask if he was singing.
Yeah. No, I could do a little something. I know I'm around people. That's all good. All right, let's see. Let's see. Stop trying to be someone you're not. How cold and cruel is a man who ain't what he got? And if you need me, so darling, say you do.
Come on, Kurt.
That's some vocal agility. That's some
Come
vocal
on, Kurt.
agility.
Yeah, in the
Even
background.
listen, even in the background, right? That's my sister and bestie. That's Tiffany. Everyone, she's
Okay.
Hey,
I
hey
just said,
everyone. All I know is
hey.
mama, his excuse my bond that I'm at home. Mama,
No, you
his
can you
brother,
can
your whole family, right? Didn't I meet your sister too?
Yeah, you met my sister. You met like all my family.
Yeah, I used
Okay.
to drink with him. I almost called you Jocelyn and shit. Raymond, I used to drink. We used to be like drinking buddies. He was like my A1, and then he moved, and then he left. Everybody leaves. I'm trying to leave Rochester too, but
Listen, we ain't
you know,
into that drink no more, child. I turned to a different person.
right, we out here separated, minding my business. That's what I
That
be
is so
doing.
true. That is so
I
true.
drink
That is
like
so
that, like
true.
it's just, I'm like,
That
nah.
white liquor be having that used to have me ready to fight people. I can't do that no more. I'm getting too old for that. I'm getting way
Yes,
too old for
sir.
that. I'm
Yes, sir.
24.
So, what is your drink of choice?
These days I like Hawaiian punch.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, I
Yeah, I
love
don't do
that.
the alcohol anymore, even though because
You
I'm
don't do
24
wine?
now. That's like a 21, 22-year-old thing. I'm getting too old for that shit.
Saying that like you old. I'll be like 39 in April next month. What
See,
am
that's what
I?
I'm saying. It's old for me.
No, what am I ancient? This bitch, I'm pushing
No.
40.
It looks good on other people. But that's
Listen,
We
why
you
both
want to
got
I'm
enjoy
like
forever
kids.
fine
21.
wine. That's I
We
love
fine.
that.
We both got them kids.
I'll forever say I'm 21. I don't care who asks me.
Right,
I'm
because
Because
I
I
aging
still
like
check
get
that.
fine wine,
ID.
baby. I'm aging like fine wine. Just I just want to just grow, continue to grow, and continue to be supple. That's all I want.
Right.
That's all I want.
Listen,
That part.
if I get too old looking, we're gonna get a facelift Tiana. I know that's
Uh,
right.
listen. I'll join you with that. I'm like, listen. If you're
You
thinking
know,
you
in
need it,
Vegas,
I'm definitely.
y'all ever did they have those fish like bite at your feet or something bite at your skin? Like
Oh, they
they
have
had
that
a
at the
whole
mall
thing.
in a couple places. Yeah.
Okay.
Does it work?
And all it does is just cleans up like your skin, and like all they do is like pick up on like dead skin and everything. But
Oh.
girl, they
Oh,
have so many med spas out here. You can just come out here and like just trust me, your skin, even when they do like the skin tightening, because they have like serums and like these machines that literally are meant to tighten like your collagen and all, because they're non-invasive procedures. So all these, they've come up with ways now where you don't have to worry about getting nipped and tucked. They're like, listen, there's truly natural ways where we can kind of just like blast everything a couple years back for you, if we need to, right? So you go in there, you just get refreshed once a month, and trust me, you're gonna continue to look, young and youthful for years to come. Because I know people who are in their 60s who look like they're in their 30s. I'm like, damn, and that's all they do.
right.
That's all they do. I'm like, listen, I'm when I think I'm gonna start needing that, I'm gonna go right to the med spa, right where you go.
Mm-hmm. Period.
Hmm.
What you doing right tonight, Raylan? Nothing.
I just got a whole lot of messages from Stan Twitter, but that's okay. I'm not doing nothing tonight. He's playing D&D with his friends. Dungeon Master energy, I know, given that. And I don't make that face.
Oh my goodness.
Don't make that face.
He loves this game.
I
Listen,
can already
it's
see.
the face. Listen, it's the face card for me for success. It's just like, come on, girl.
No, I can already see what you were thinking. I can see what you were thinking. They're like, bitch, are you for real? Listen. That's the listen, don't be going through my phone because that's the old me type of energy.
Mm-hmm.
Got a new
Period.
face, new
I don't have
personality.
no
I do
man,
the
no
nip.
head.
I hit that nip tuck on him real quick.
No more.
That part. Oh, she's like,
Okay,
let me
when you
just
gonna give me
remind
away
you.
like a Keurig?
What happened? What
When you
happened?
gonna give me like a Keurig or something?
Huh?
Hold on. What?
I was saying, when am I gonna one of your giveaways?
No.
Did y'all hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Yeah, I can hear you right now,
You
honey.
didn't hear.
No, I
Oh,
didn't hear
okay.
you.
My
You were
phone
breaking
went
up.
out.
Okay. No, you're good, honey.
Oh, I was saying,
You.
whenever you gonna give away one of your giveaways to me?
Oh, yeah, Mr. Giveaway, Mr. Giveaway. Yeah. I mean, girl, have you been participating in my lives and engaging in my content?
Oh,
No, you
oh.
don't
That's
go
all
on
you gotta
mine though. You
do.
go on mine because I'm like, hit that like button.
Yeah, listen. That's all you gotta do. It doesn't cost anybody nothing. I
But
tell
see,
people, I'm
you
like,
know what?
it
I'm
doesn't even
asleep
cost you
by then.
postage.
I be sleep by then.
Mm.
You go live like after 8 o'clock and stuff during the week. I be knocked the fuck out.
No, but see, even that. So I go on lives at 7 p.m. I've been doing it almost every day now, and then I also do what is it? I tell people if you can't even make the lives, at least engage in the post because it still puts you in the running for anything that I do. Because I do reviews. I'll go and I'll buy stuff from TikTok, and if it's something that I like I'm gonna just buy it more up because I'm like shit. If I'm loving it, I'm one person who will keep it real in a review. If I tell you it smells like shit, it's gonna smell like shit. You know,
Mm.
so it's to me, it's like don't waste your money, don't waste your time, please. Don't waste them coins that you work hard for, okay? For something that's gonna be like not good on you whatsoever. And I'll tell
What
you
do you give
specifically.
away?
So I do things like skincare. I'll do things like fragrances. Like just recently, I reviewed like the creme velvet that was like real popular on TikTok. The Tres Nuettes that was also something that they did on TikTok. So a lot of men's and women's fragrances. Because I listen, I love to layer
Mm.
scents, and like a couple weeks ago, especially when I got the creme velvet, everywhere it was like, oh, it smells like so like caramel and all the like vanilla stuff. And I'm like, all right, I smelled enough vanillas in my life, so let me just see what the hype is. When I tell you that you mix this with the Way St. Bart spray, and when I tell you you smell like a French bakery, I literally was on the live saying, ladies, unless you want to get pregnant
Mm.
or unless you want to go on a date with your man or significant other with no panties on, let it
Okay.
happen. Yes.
Another
Listen, I
fish.
walked into I literally walked into an office and I had a manager tell me, she's like, what do you have on? And I'm like,
Okay.
oh, this is what I have on. She's like, you smell like a bakery. I was like, that's exactly what I was going for. She's like, work. And I was like,
Listen, the
yes,
body's given bakery. It went.
yes,
It
yes,
went.
Period.
that part,
Hey,
that part.
emotion, what's happening?
Hey.
I'm a dessert from top to bottom, girl. That's how it works. That's
Okay.
how it works.
Listen.
Yes.
Wait,
So
So
I'm
say, are
like,
you
you a
weren't
top
one of
or
those.
bottom?
Wait,
no,
you
no,
weren't one of those that was getting mad at about the. You're probably one of those that was loving the Alicia Keys makeup line thing. Remember
no.
that? I was like, girl, you barely wear any makeup. Like, what are we talking about? What do you got to come out with? Like 50 Shades of Brown makeup? Like, what are we talking about? 50 Shades of Beige lipstick?
No, for real.
But she actually surprised me. She actually surprised me. She has a full scope of makeup that she obviously doesn't wear. But it's
Yeah,
she
no,
doesn't
that
do
that
makeup.
Did you think about
she
what I asked
doesn't.
Jose? Are you a top or a bottom? That's what I want.
Girl.
She's like, let's get to the nitty gritty. Bottom, bro. Bottom, bottom, bottom.
Boots.
Ooh, I think I
Yes.
might. Oh, what about you, baby? I think I'm both. Oh, Jose,
Child.
emotion is so
Say it.
sad.
What
Um,
happened?
Oh,
oh,
emotion is so sad. Hey,
Hey,
to
emotions in your
y'all.
soul. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the
I think
hello,
Thank you. Make
hello.
sure y'all like this free, don't cost you nothing. What y'all think about all this drama? Okay, so I don't know if y'all watch My Jazzy Life, and
mhm.
I should text about her, but anyway, and Live Life and Love Live or whatever you call them, her name or whatever. She live in Florida, Jazzy live in Texas. But why she? They go back and forth on social media all the time, right? Back and forth arguing. Why Live Life sent My Jazz Life to jail and get arrested in front of her kids, and she spent
Girl.
2 days in the penthouse.
Oh my God.
That is
It's not
crazy.
like
That's
real
not.
harassment.
No, that's no, girl. Please.
Oh Jesus, that was a bad
Now
turn.
let's get into the drama of Rochester then. Do y'all know about Giselle De La Goodhead? Remember her?
I do. I don't know if Jose might have to see a picture.
God, I will have. Yeah, I would definitely have to see a picture. I'm telling you, I blocked her.
Okay.
I blocked the Rochester area, girl. I'm a Floridian now. I'm trying to be
I'm the
bad
only
and
one that's
bougie. I'm
not
not trying.
black. I
Not
know
trying. I
you.
am bad and bougie.
All I'm gonna say is
I'm the only one he didn't block.
listen, her and I aren't friends anymore because she is 100% insensitive and a weirdo. And I'll be the first person to say, all you gotta do is imagine razor bumps. That's all you gotta do. Ask the 140 crowd about razor bumps. Y'all gonna remember that bitch. I said what I said.
Oh, oh, I love that. I love that,
She isn't even
girl.
in the scene anymore. She isn't in the scene. And that's because everybody found out that she was
Oh,
on some weird shit for S offension. Somebody like exposed her for whatever reason. I don't really know what the beef was.
mm,
But
mm,
she left
mm,
the scene
mm,
after
mm.
six she left the scene about 6 years ago.
That is crazy. I gotta check her out. I definitely gotta check her out. Ooh, okay, guys,
Is that I like the same?
I'm gonna have to hop off because my mom just texted me and there's
Mhm.
a little situation just now. So
Okay.
I love you. I
Oh,
love you guys,
love
honestly.
you too.
But I
Thank you
just
for
I
doing
just literally just seen that. I was like, ooh, okay. I don't
Ooh.
need to be cursed out by mama. You already know. Not trying to get cursed out.
Okay.
Ladies, have a beautiful evening. Miss Rouge, you and I have to follow up, girl. So get my contact information.
Let me push my invisible bang to the side. Okay.
You already know. You already know. You already
Okay. You're the
know.
fucking vibes.
Yeah, I love you. Girl. I'm like, you know what? Yes, this is a new bestie right here. You already know.
Yeah, especially we had like a dope special guest. Jose was like, "Who is this? Who is this guest?"
I
Anyway,
was like, who is it? And she's like, I
Listen,
was like, oh yeah.
you're expecting a boring old interview. Listen,
No,
we
no, no,
always bring
absolutely
it.
not. As listen, period, mic drop, and left the scene. I know that's right. I know that's right. Ladies, have a beautiful evening, but please take down my
Alright.
contact information. If anything, Steph, please give it to her. You and I will
I
all
will.
we'll do a group chat. You already know. You already know.
Absolutely
Love you,
group
ladies.
chat energy.
Enjoy. You already know. You already know. All right, ladies, have a beautiful evening. All right. Thank you so
Alright.
much.
And then
Aw.
there were two.
What?
And then there were two.
Exactly. Period. So, girl, the work meeting, they just. Oh, did you read my text message?
About the work meeting, how lengthy it was, child. I wasn't even a part of this shit.
Oh no, the training from. Oh, yours is tomorrow. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're making us. I'm like, okay, since y'all making us do more, do y'all want us to like? Are y'all gonna give us a raise? Like
Wait,
a
they're
dollar
asking
more.
us to do more now?
Oh yes, but we get bonuses though. We get bonuses, and we get a lot of money on the
Wait,
bonus.
what
Yeah,
more are we
which we
doing? What more
girl,
are we doing?
um, we got to read the whole MO. Well, I think we should talk about this offline, but we got to read all the forms them, and we got to help them like with everything.
From
Like
now,
the
like we have to do it without even like prompting them anymore?
well, we still go through the whole like verbal thing, but we have
Or
to
or I
yeah,
meant like we have to do it for everybody now?
everybody like, and I'm like, then what the hell are the registration specialists doing then?
Child, I'm cutting corners. I don't care. I'm cutting corners. I don't care.
Look, I'm trying to be a trainer. Let's go. Let's be trainers together. And make our own like spreadsheets and stuff and powerpoints like that would be cool. I would love to be a trainer. Honestly, with my dream, before I travel the world, before I get in my van or my car, whatever I get and leave.
I'm not
Oh
reading
no,
all that.
I'm just trying to figure out how to work it. Well, it's not the DJ one, but it's like the TikTok knockoff one.
Yeah.
um
A
I
red
bought
note?
it so I can resell it. Yeah, make like little ads. It's cute, whatever. I took it into Wegmans, into the grocery store, but when I took it in there, I couldn't figure out how to work it.
Why don't you want to do TikTok?
Oh, for the live,
Yeah.
I don't know how to work it.
No, it's okay.
Live on
Yeah,
TikTok.
keep I say keep YouTube for the lives because child, I'm too infamous on TikTok.
Yeah, because
The girls
YouTube
are
don't
mad
like.
this season.
If you're playing like right now, I got not. Can you hear my music? It's not copyrighted. Can you hear it? Is it too loud?
Yeah, and that's good.
Okay, so I was like, I'm not gonna play like booty shaking songs. I'm not even. I love listening to. I can't stand Beyonce, but I love listening to what's his name.
Ah,
You already know that one. Him, love him, but he hasn't been on the scene in ages. Big Frida. He hasn't
oh, Big
been on the scene
Frida.
in ages. Yes, I love her.
Listen, I love Big Frida
Hmm.
too, but I didn't like the way that they did Lil Nas, especially when Boozy was calling them F slurs and shit. I wasn't fucking with that.
Really?
So this is what Boosie said. They called Lil Nas an F slur, and then Big Frida tried to reduce it down to, well, that just means that he had a problem with Lil Nas. That doesn't reflect bad on the community. As a queer person, it's just like,
Okay.
why?
I want to join.
If it's not your
What
business,
I'm
if it's
trying to
not your
say,
problem, stay in your lane, bitch.
period. Like YouTube is cool. Like I've got a lot of cool people on here, but like I told you, like people can be shady and they can just 1 minute you think they cool, the next minute it's like, I
The
don't really
next minute
know.
is B. That's why I say, like, if I was like a weaker person, I would always be like, my mouth gets me in trouble. I can't talk to anyone. Okay? Like this person
So
said,
that's
you're
how they.
messy
That's
and
why.
problematic. This one
That's
person
like
said
own
to
it.
me, you're messy and problematic. I was like, okay, was that a moment for you? All right, I know. Like
Yes,
what?
but I was overcharging. Yes, it
Was that
is
a moment?
for real. That's why you don't see me. I checked the team chat that she was telling Tiffany. Or you should check. And I think that's right before she got fired because she was like, you should check the team chat because I post everything every morning, which really she does, but in reality, she does. I'm here to talk about when isn't that crazy?
Courtney,
Oh my god! So yeah, there was like a lot of people like this today. It was crazy. It was
child.
insane.
So what is the you're gonna have to tell me just like loosely. So it's just telling us that we have to do more basically. Or
Girl,
that's
yeah,
telling too
yeah,
much.
yeah. Oh, we
How
should
they divvy
bye,
up the
y'all. It's
bonuses?
now. We want
Huh?
to talk about this offline.
Oh,
Oh, never
absolutely.
mind. We got
Yeah.
people. It's okay. You want to go offline and talk about it?
Sure, let's do it.
I'm sorry y'all for watching, but y'all can watch the replay. Join us next time whenever we go live again. Thank y'all so much for joining us.
Exactly. And remember, be a
I
bad
agree.
bitch. Be a bad bitch so you end up in a ditch. Slay until your hair turns gray. Pop your coochie till you smell like Baducci. And keep it real, sis. Y'all motherfuckers are bad bitches. Remember that. All right, deuces.
You say something my friend Nicholas want to say.
What?
I fucking can't. We're talking offline. Wait, hold on. Don't leave. Don't leave.
Okay.